It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Patriots' versatile running back. He's coming off an excellent 122-yard performance last week. It's the Pats and the Bills, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Autumn has come to New England. No place like it on earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it.
The Pats offense set to go. Down 7-0 here early. And the one we'll be watching is this man at running back, as he'll be looking to make his mark on this football game.
What I like about him is his vision, because he sees the field so well and can anticipate where the ball's going to be before it even opens. A terrific quality for a running back to have. He's also a great finisher. Often runs into the goalpost at the end of his runs.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 122 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
From the 29, Jones. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Buffalo defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
So 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
New England's offense set to go. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Now the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there has... Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty... They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw, Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 105 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Running game working, they'll stick with it pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a bit closer.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
To try again after the sack. Jones finding Bourne here over the middle.
Complete to Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Jones now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.